Hi, and welcome to Climate,
the show where we talk about how your romance can impact the environment. I'm Brenna.
And I'm T.
Let's get to talking.
So
what we're going to be talking about is good dates and bad dates that impact the climate and the environment, and how to just make the earth a better place while you're still in love. So the first one is drive-in movies. So while drive-in movies can seem aesthetically pleasing and seem fun to do, they actually are really bad for the environment. So you think about your car running and leaving it running for all 3 hours. Let's say you go and see Endgame. Every gallon that is burned by the car being on emits 8,887 grams of CO2 into the environment. Think of a lot of 60, 70 cars.
that's just an average human number too. Like, that's averaging smart cars and huge trucks. And when you're going to a drive-in movie, everyone's going to bring the biggest car that they have so they can fit as much stuff in it as possible. Like, the cars there are not going to be like little tiny, like
roller skates.
Yeah.
So you do the math. Not good. Also, while on the topic of that, think about your transportation to and from dates. So Ubers, while it may seem more cost efficient to carpool, you have to consider all the CO2 that's being put out by the company Uber itself. Think about how the car is running all day. 140.43 billion gallons of gasoline was put into cars in 2015, and we just talked about the 8,887 grams put in. So the math there is just out of this world. So if you can try biking to places, walking to places, not only will it give you more time to talk and communicate with a longer walk or with a bike ride, it'll give you some fresh air and some activity in your life as well.
And it's awesome because cities like Boston and New York and Montreal, they have a biking system where you can rent a bike and bring it back at a different location. So you don't even need to actually own the bike. If you're going out to like a nice brunch, you don't need to tie up your bike outside and spend time and like be cautious and look to see if it was stolen, because you can just hand in your bike at one of the stations.
Right. You don't need to own a bike. You just need to own a heart.
Sure. So another bad date idea is going out for coffee. This is such a big thing nowadays. Like, let's go out for coffee and have a nice date and chat. The coffee business is a multi-billion-dollar global industry which has resulted in deforestation, waste, water pollution, and contamination. And that's not even taking into account the amount of plastic and paper cups that are thrown out every day from coffee.
I don't always think about that.
I know.
Well, something that you can do differently maybe is bring your own tumbler, bring your own cup there. A lot of places, especially in Boston, are trying to go eco-friendly. So bring your own container and bring your own reusable straw. Start there. Also, try and go with tea or something, not you tea, but the drink tea. Try and go kind of off the cuff and drink something that's not coffee, because we have to consider too how much of it is flown over, which is almost all of it from different countries across the globe. So it's not very eco-friendly due to not only the flight but all the other things that you included.
And I know that Starbucks too, I think, gives a discount if you bring your own cup. So places like that, it's even more affordable to bring your own cup too.
And who doesn't want the cloud of Starbucks in your date pictures? Like, they put your name, sold.
So the next bad date idea is Asian takeout. This is such a popular thing as well when you want to just sit at home and you don't feel like going out or the weather's bad. Non-reusable chopsticks are really bad for the environment. Around 3.8 million trees were cut down in China this year.
Oh my God.
Just because of chopsticks.
That actually is a crazy amount, like if you think about it, like in chopsticks alone.
And the use of them has been growing in China and both the United States as well. So that's kind of scary.
Yeah, there's also an issue with the fish that are sometimes put in. So they're fish that are farmed, which means they're fed pellets instead of just being in the wild. And so the issue with these pellets is if they're not consumed by the fish, then they're put onto the ocean floor, which should seem like not a big deal. But these pellets contain chemicals. So not only are the fish you're eating full of chemicals, but now the water is contaminated with chemicals as well.
Yeah.
So that's not a good one.
So the chopsticks that you're using to eat and the fish that you are eating are both.
And thirdly, listen to this one. The paper boxes it comes in.
And the gas it takes to get there.
Boom, done. Wow. Asian food's out. If you want it, sorry.
You gotta go out to get it.
Well, that brings me to our next topic. So traveling. So if, like, let's say you really want Asian food, you know, and you're just craving it, take a trip. But in a serious note, a lot of people these days are taking weekend trips. And so with weekend trips, You fly there, you stay like 2 nights, and then you fly back. And so you have to take into consideration how much gas is being used and putting into the air, into the atmosphere with the CO2. So if you're going to go and you're going to go abroad, try and make it a lengthy trip.
Mm-hmm.
You know, try and save up for it, make it something that counts, and you'll have so much more time to experience the cool stuff too.
Yeah. Instead of like multiple trips a year going to places that are like kind of close.
Yeah.
You know, you can spend a little bit more time, work a little bit harder, and go far and make a huge trip out of it.
And how cool is it experiencing a different culture with someone you love instead of just going to like, I don't know, Colorado, something?
Yeah.
Go to somewhere cool. Go to
China.
Another one that we were thinking about is go to a national park instead of an amusement park, because amusement parks use a lot of energy to get their rides going. That's one. 2, you think of all the fast food that's not healthy, not organic, being shipped all over the world. That's another thing to take into account. So go visit these national parks, and if enough people don't watch this video, which is going to get 100 million views, if they don't watch it and they don't make the change, there may be a time where you can't see these national parks. So get out there and take pictures, spread the news of how beautiful this world is, and try and get people on board with making that environmental change.
And if you're a thrill seeker, like I know some people might be like an amusement park versus a national park, there are things you can do. You can go like hand gliding or bungee jumping or whatever you really want.
Yeah, just be outside and be a part of it.
Yeah.
And so you're trying to just get out there and do something different that makes you grateful for the world we live on.
Another good date is, instead of a drive-in movie, you can have a little dinner date with your date at home. You can make it cute. You can blow up little air mattresses and get popcorn and watch a movie, like a little picnic in your home or something. You just have to be creative and think of alternative ways to have fun.
Right, and so you can even make it into like a whole night. So instead of going to a restaurant where all their food has been shipped in and out, you can go to a farmer's market.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can take your day, you can go to the farmer's market, get organic and local food, go home, make a great meal, and just spend time together. And that's really what dating is all about, is spending time, making that connection, and you can be eco-friendly while you do it.
Because the farmer's market is usually locally grown foods, where when you go to supermarkets, things are shipped in from all around the country and all around the world. And it's
not good. It's not good. So overall, being environmentally friendly doesn't have to impact your dating life. Yeah. You know, you can find things that are give and take, and it doesn't have to be this life-altering thing, and it doesn't have to change your relationship and what kind of dates you guys do. But if everyone can make those little changes once or twice a month, it can make a big difference in the long run.
Totally.
I'm Brenna.
And I'm T.
Thanks for tuning in to Climate.
Bye.